What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the most forgotten gun in Warzone. That's the LAPA SMG. We have plenty of guns that are forgotten because they're not used, because they're just not very good. There's better alternatives. You have all of the marksman rifles that aren't the car in the SPR for Modern Warfare. The tactical rifles have now been forgotten in Cold War. A bunch of LMGs that just aren't good, whether they're just slow, whatever reason. And there's been tons of guns that have been forgotten because they're not good, but that's not the case with the LAPA. The LAPA is actually one of the best SMGs in all of Warzone. It just was dropped at an awkward time, and so it was kind of forgotten. It was dropped while the Cold War MP5 and the OTS were still dominating the Warzone meta, especially the OTS. And so people, they were in love with those guns. They didn't want to go level up a new SMG, go use this new SMG. And for people that did try it out, like myself, who actually I did run it for 2 or 3 weeks after it came out, and then I went back to the OTS and the MP5. People that did run it, they saw, wow, these iron sights are terrible. It's some of the worst iron sights across all 3 titles in Warzone, and they're just hard to use. And so another reason why it's forgotten is you have to drop an attachment, usually a stock or a bruiser grip, whatever it is, for an optic. You almost have to use an optic, or you're just not going to see people because these iron sights are so bad. So the combination of when it dropped at the end of the game, the current meta with the OTS and the MP5, people were in love with them, have really good movement, all that. And then the combination of you have to use an attachment slot on an optic, people just kind of let it go. I really only see this thing still on TikTok, which is actually what reminded me of it. When I started posting clips on TikTok, I kept seeing the LAPA, and so I went to try back the LAPA again. You know what they say, the LAPA is a slappa. So this gun is actually really good. I'm going to show you in a second statistically why it's so good, and then we're going to jump back into Warzone, and I'll go over the loadout for it. Alright, so here we have JGod's spreadsheet. He has the LAPA compact is the quickest killing LAPA, barrel. He has it below the Fennec, hipfire PPSH from Vanguard, the well gun, Modern Warfare MP5, and semi-automatic Tech 9. Now, he does have it ranked below all those, but that's because if you come across here, he's ranking it by chest shots. And if you're a really good player, you're at least mixing some headshots in there. And when you look at the headshot TTK, not a whole lot's beating it out. The Fennec does. The hipfire PPSH really isn't. The semi-tech 9 isn't. The well gun, depending on your build, is or isn't. Same thing with the Modern Warfare MP5. So it's not really beating out by these guns here. And if you want to go over to True Game Data and visualize it, here I have it sorted by headshots right now. The LAPA's in orange. It's not really losing to the OTS or the Modern Warfare MP5. I mean, we're talking you miss a bullet, and someone with the OTS misses a bullet, you're beating him with the LAPA. You miss a bullet with the LAPA, you're losing to the MP5 or the OTS. So it's just within, hey, whether you hit your shots or not when you look at headshots. When you look at neck shots, now the LAPA is coming out on top of everything. And one thing you'll notice with the LAPA, like neck shots, its damage drop-off is the furthest. When you look at headshots, its damage drop-off is pretty much everything is in line here except for the well gun with headshots. Everything's pretty much in line with drop-off. It has the least severe drop-off of all of the SMGs on here. Same thing, neck. It's the last to drop off. It has by far the least severe drop-off. You go to chest, it's the same thing. It has the quickest time to kill. Similar drop-off to the MP40, the MP5, and the OTS. While having the quickest time to kill and the least severe drop-off. Same thing if you want to... stomach is where you start to lose. But come on, hit your chest, neck, and headshots like a good player does, and this isn't a problem. Yeah, it's got a slow time to kill, but its drop-off, now after the first drop-off, it's in line or better than everything else. Same thing, you go upper arm. Upper arm, now it's the quickest outside of 5 meters up till its first damage drop-off. Once again, has like the least severe damage drop-off except the well gun in here, and then infinitely is better once all the guns drop off. Lower arm, you get in that situation like the stomach where you're losing, but come on, hit your shots. And then upper leg and lower leg look the exact same as upper arm and lower arm. You can see overall, unless you're hitting lower arm or lower leg, or stomach. So if you hit upper arm, upper leg, chest, neck, head, it's either the fastest time to kill, the second fastest, or has the best damage drop-off, whether it's the furthest, the least amount of damage drop-off. And really, this is a gun that more people should be using, especially if you can hit your shots. It's just kind of been forgotten about for all the reasons I listed, and people aren't really going to go back to it unless this video or TikToks influence them, because now everyone's tired of Cold War guns, tired of Modern Warfare guns, and a lot of people just want to run Vanguard guns, even if they're not quite as good. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump back over to Warzone, and I'll give you the loadout. Okay, so just like all Cold War guns, immediately agency suppressor, and then barrel. This is a little bit different than the LAPA. If you want the fastest time to kill, you can go with the compact barrel. But if you want to use it more as a sniper support, which it still is a good sniper support, I know people use the OTS and the MP5 if they're really aggressive, but I think the LAPA is better. Go with rifle, not rifle. Go with Ranger or Extended if you want to use it for like a sniper support. They'll give you either more damage range with the Ranger or more bullet velocity with the Extended, depending on your shots. Or you can play around with the Reinforced as well. Gives you more effective damage range. Gives you less drop-off, obviously. So if you want to mess around with it as a sniper support, try one of those barrels. But for fastest time to kill, we're going to stick with the BR Compact. Then, like I said, you have to have an optic on it. Microflex is my optic of choice. But if you like the Hawks more, Snap Point, whatever the close-range optic you prefer, that's preference. But Microflex LED has the smallest bezel around it. Gives you the best overall sight picture. Magazine, it's kind of up to you. You can run the 40 for best ADS, and if you own the blueprint, it looks the best. But I'd rather take the 10 rounds, especially because I'm playing trios, quads, whatever. And I'm not going to hurt my ADS and not have the full maximum amount of ammo I can hold. So I go with the 50 here. And then the last attachment is kind of up to you depending on preference. I would either go Bruiser Grip or I would go with the Tiger Team Spotlight. The Tiger Team Spotlight helps your movement speed and your sprint speed as much as the Bruiser Grip, but also gives you aim walking speed. Whereas if you want to go with the Bruiser Grip, you don't get the aim walking speed, but you get the overall movement and sprint speed, as well as getting some hip fire accuracy. So it kind of depends on how you want to play it. I prefer the Tiger Team Spotlight, but you can also consider going Raider or Combat Stock. They did nerf those at the beginning of Season 1 of Warzone Pacific. About 25% movement decrease compared to what it was. Or you can go Airborne Elastic or Serpent Wrap. But the build that I stick with is Agency Suppressor, BR Compact Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, Microflex LED, Stenag 50 round. If you want to see some gameplay clips using the LAPA, I do have some on my TikTok, which is linked down in the description. But thank you for watching. If you skipped all the way just to see the loadout, great. If you watched it all, great. I appreciate any time spent watching videos. I appreciate any interaction. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more to know when I upload again. But like I said, I will have my TikTok link below if you want to see some clips of the LAPA. I got plenty on there that I just posted recently, as well as I have all my other social medias linked down below, so please feel free to check all those out. But I will see you on Caldera and Rebirth Island. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.